Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm playing in the 4.5 week number 1 Asia tournament hosted by the Jeht TCG Discord server. It's a 5-round Swiss tournament, so that means that we just play 5 rounds each against random opponents, and then we just see who gets the most number of wins. So starting off for our first game, we're going up against Dark Shrine, who is using Kirara, Nilo and Kokomi. A very strange bloom deck, but you know, if it works, it works. So Kirara is one of the new characters added in version 4.5, and what she does is that her elemental skill makes it so that when you switch characters, you deal Dendro. Incredible, I know. So as you can see here, after you switch characters, you deal 1 damage with 1 usage. But anyways, first they switch to Nilo because they want to use Nilo's skill, of course. As with any Nilo Bloom deck, you want to use a skill first so that you can start getting those delicious Bloom cores in the summon area here. And as for me, I'm just rushing Yelan's Burst because I'm using Freeze Yaka. Basically, I'm just gonna get Yelan's Burst, and then round 3 and 4, I'm just gonna freeze them non-stop using Ayaka. And my deck does have a Jeht engine in it, so it has a lot of support cards, as you can see, as well as Jeht herself, of course. And I'm going to keep spamming down support cards these first 2 rounds in order to get stacks for Jeht. So now here I equip Flowing Rings and I just get my last energy for Yelan. I don't have to worry about her dying because she's still at 7 HP and that it's not like they have any reactions they can do to me. So they just switch to Kokomi with Vorukasha. So their deck is a really slow stall deck, and that just means they get completely destroyed by combo decks like mine. Though somehow they seem to have done really well in this tournament against all the other combo decks. Somehow. Here I ended my round with 2 Libans and 4 dice, so I'll get 6 stacks on both of them. And they're going to draw a ton of cards for me here. Also, I switched the Mona at the end there just so that they can't trigger Bloom. So now, of course, I'm going to start going with Yelan's Burst. I use Minty Meat Rolls first before anything because I know that they have Passing of Judgment. Because Passing of Judgment in this deck, you know, it just works, and I don't want them using it on this important round 3 and then stopping me from using Minty Meat Rolls later on. Also, unfortunately, I could only use 1 Jeht there, or as you can see, Passing of Judgment. I got my second Jeht, and maybe I can use her with Ayaka's Burst instead. Unfortunately, I couldn't use LITM there to fast action switch to Ayaka because they use Passing of Judgment. So maybe I should have used it earlier as well, just like the Minty Meat Rolls. But it's okay, against their stall deck, which doesn't deal much damage at all, it's not a big deal. Thankfully. But yes, either way, I should have used LITM first. So now I get a triple freeze and I still have 6 dice remaining, which is really good for me. But this Hydra Resonance heal here is really annoying because Ayaka only deals 5 damage per normal attack, and they all have 6 HP now, which is a 2-hit KO for every single one of them. So yeah, that's really annoying. I just normal attack anyway, since I mean, even though I can't benefit from gamblers for this kill, it's still good to kill Kirara, of course. And then I just switched to Mona to let her tank the summons. And next round I can just fast action switch to Ayaka and start freezing again. So really there's nothing they can do. Of course they do still have a lot of healing cards, so I do need to play this optimally to end this here on round 4, otherwise I'm just screwed. If we go into round 5 and I run out of Yelan's Burst, I'm just gone. So of course, normal attack, freeze Nilo. I'm gonna keep normal attacking. And just keep normal attacking. Here I was worried about them pulling out Hydro Resonance because then that would bring both their characters to 2-hit KOs again. But thankfully they didn't have it, so instead I can just kill all their characters, and with the help of Gamblers I can take out Kirara as well. And now here I got a bit sloppy. I thought my summon can take out Nilo, so I didn't switch to Yelan here. But actually she survives thanks to the heal from Vorukasha's Glow. So here actually if they somehow kill Ayaka here and then equip a Lotus as well, then I would not then Yelan cannot one-shot Nilo and I will be dead. But the thing is, the only way for them to kill Ayaka was using Adeptus Temptation, like as you just saw. And once they have eaten Adeptus Temptation, they can't eat Lotus anymore. And Hydro Resonance isn't enough to heal her up because it will only heal up to 3 and Yelan can still deal 3 damage using her skill. So ultimately, it's my win, although a bit too close for comfort. GG. Now moving on to the second game, we're going up against Boer here, who's using Xingqiu, Chongyun and Razor, which is also, why did I say also, but like it's one of the most popular decks right now, together with the Jeht engine that it has. Actually it's a hyper magic deck because it has both Jeht and Gilded Dreams. So you can see why it's so popular right now. And their idea is the same as mine, to just keep on freezing the opponent. Except they have a finite number of freezes, whereas I have an infinite one. Anyway, I started off on Mona there because I'm going to use Liu Su to give Yelan her energy. And this also means that Mona helps Yelan to tank the 2 damage from Xingqiu's normal attack. A lot of times in this specific matchup, when I start on Yelan, Xingqiu ends up dealing too much damage to Yelan, and I actually have trouble getting a 3rd energy. So here, letting Mona tank that extra 2 damage is really helpful. And I managed to get 3 energy on round 1 as well. So far this is looking great for me because I have a lot of draw cards here. Because when you're using Jeht engine, if you do not draw enough cards, you're just dead. You need to draw like 20 cards by round 3 or you're just dead. And of course you need to get all your important cards like Jeht of course, and then make sure she has enough stacks. A lot of things to do. Anyway, I'm not going to burst here on round 2 because first of all, I don't have Jeht. Second of all, Jeht does not have enough stacks. And third, I don't know. There's no third actually, I just made that up. So now they use Chongyun's skill, so any normal attack from all 3 of their characters can actually freeze my characters. I swapped to Ayaka there and froze Chongyun in order to trigger an elemental reaction for Chang. If it wasn't for the need, if I didn't actually need an elemental reaction there, I would have loved to stay on Mona, but I did need the reaction. I used Covenant, switch back to Mona so that Ayaka doesn't get frozen of course, instantly next round. Then I put down my stuff, farm Jeht stacks, Hanachiru Sato, just as fodder for Jeht stacks, and then 1 more die and replace Seed, giving me 6 stacks. I'm not sure if I sacrifice a bit too many support cards, but it's fine I guess. I also managed to get my 2nd Jeht, so that's really lucky. Getting 1 is not bad because you can still draw more cards and maybe get the 2nd Jeht for round 4, but getting both of them on round 3 is obviously much better. Now here they are also just farming their stacks for Jeht. Although I'm not sure why they did it now, since they can't actually burst here. Okay, I suppose they wanted to put on Chang, so yeah, just do it now. Now I put down my 2nd Jeht. Again, I equip Minty first, as well as LITM this time, because I don't want to get Passing of Judgment on. That was a verb. And now I just burst on Yelan. Now they switch back to Saint Chill, because now they're going to try and switch back and forth in order to make me use up my attacks. And what they want me to do is kill Chongyun here. Okay, never mind, I have an LITM. Forget I said anything. So now they just freeze by Ayaka. But if they didn't have a fast action switch, they would want me to kill Chongyun so that they can swap in Razor for free and get this freeze off. But yeah, they have LITM, so they can just do this. And now they made the mistake of ending their round on Razor, because now I pull out a second Minty Meat roll. And who said Yelan can't sweep, huh? So now I'm just gonna take out Razor using Yelan. I do a bit more Sunyata action, looking for something useful. And I actually got a Paimon, which is actually useful. So that's very cool. And here they sacrifice Xingqiu as well, because Chongyun's the one with energy, and they need that energy for a burst for Jeht stacks. I just end my round with Catherine and Chef Mao, and Catherine, it will be very important here, since they're going to freeze me. And Catherine allows me to fast action switch back to Ayaka and just freeze Chongyun instantly. So here, nothing they can do. They use Passing of Judgment, but that doesn't stop Catherine. And they just do a bit of stuff. And then I end it off with Ayaka.
I await your instruction.
GG.
After all that training.
Now moving on to the third game, we're going up against Jeht here, who's using a very aggro deck. And as you know, aggro decks counter combo decks like mine. So if I want to stand a chance against their aggro deck here, and mind you, this is a really strong aggro deck. Sinora and Station are just too strong, man. Because Sinora has the revive, and the Station just deals extra damage for no reason. I still hate that about the Station, I swear to god. So anyway, also I started on Mona here because I want her to eat up the whatever element they decided to put out first, like either Sinora's skill or Mona's skill. In this case it was Mona's skill, in order to protect Yelan, of course. And here I do a second normal attack, get my second energy, and I'm going to use my woven die here to switch back to Mona in order to preserve Yelan even more, because otherwise she's not going to burst on time. I get a second Jeht here, but to be honest, that's not what I need right now. What I need is basically every other support card I own. And as I was saying earlier, to stand a chance against this kind of aggro deck, I need to get really lucky with my cards. I need to high roll basically. And so far, this is not a high roll, but it could still be. So I put on Dunyazad first so that she draws the extra card when I put on Charm. I put on Liban as fodder for Chef Mao. And now I just use the skill because, okay, I want to switch to Yelan and a normal attack for the third energy, but that would equip Lightning Rod on her, so the Station would deal 4 damage. Yes, 4 damage. And you might think, well, isn't that fine? Because after that, the Lightning Rod disappears. You can switch back to Mona. And next round, you can just fast swap back to Yelan and do your thing. Use a burst. All good. But no, because they have Tandoori Chicken. I'm sure they have Tandoori Chicken. Yeah, just look at it. It's right there. Okay, you can't really see because of the replay button, but it's right there. So if I switch to Yelan right now, they would use Tandoori. Instead of 3 dice, take out Yelan and game's over. So because of that, I just use Mona's skill instead. I could also like switch back and forth, like switch to Yelan and then back to Mona to stall a turn, but I mean that's 2 dice, so I don't mind spending 1 extra die just to attack. It's much more worth it, unless you actually need a 3rd die, which I don't here. Now they switch to Mona, and now I go for the normal attack, because now, first of all, I do have this up already, Reflection, and Lightning Rod is on Mona. So even if they had enough dice to switch back to station here. So for example, they switch back, Liar's Song, and then Gilded Dreams again. And then I don't know where they'll put the last die out from, but they'll pull it out from somewhere. Then even with Tandoori Chicken, it's not enough to take out Yelan, because Lightning Rod is here. So station's 3 damage plus Tandoori's 2 damage is only 5. And Yelan will only take 4 damage from that. So she would survive. Point is, it's safe. Now they end their round first, and once again I'm forced to use my woven die to switch back to Mona. Because again, if I end my round here, if I ended my round on Yelan, then Reflection goes away because, well, Mona Summon would disappear. And they can just switch back to the station, do this with Tandoori, and Yelan's gone. So once again, I have to switch back to Mona. So far it's not going perfectly for me, but I'll actually say it's going pretty well. I just had to do a bit of weird things in between in order to make sure Yelan survives. And I mean, I still have 2 Jets. I have Sunyata and a bunch of support cards.
Who's our target this time?
So I switched to Yelan first, Seed Dispensary, Gamblers on Ayaka, now Dunyazad, Jeht replacing the first Dunyazad so that the second one will give me another card. I Sunyata her away. Now I have 6 stacks on both Jets. I put down Parametric for even more dice. And now things are about to get dicey. So now I have 8 dice again, another 3 coming up from Parametric. And the only thing I'm missing here is Minty Meat Rolls. And let me tell you, against a deck like this, the lack of Minty Meat Rolls is terrible. I use Catherine, fast swap to Ayaka, and then just normal attack, freeze Cinera right away. And that gives me an extra 3 dice from Parametric. So now they switch to Mona with the Lotus. So of course I just normal attack that. And think about it, if I had Minty here, that would probably equate to an extra normal attack if I didn't use Catherine. So now of course they switch to Cinera because Cinera doesn't actually die. Yeah, I hate Cinera. And so I didn't get anything from Gamblers. I'm forced to end my round here with nothing to show for it other than, well, I guess a lot of damage, but it's not good enough. I did end my round on Ayaka here, so Ayaka is in a bit of danger, I guess. Now they use their skill. I switch to Yelan. Use Northern Smoked Chicken because Chef Ma will give me Minty Meat Rolls because that's like the only food I have in this deck. And I just normal attack to take her out. Unfortunately that doesn't come with the Gambler's prop, but I can't afford to stay on Mona there, on Ayaka there, since Station would come out and destroy her. Now Fresh Wind of Freedom, that really hurts me. And outcome, I send out Mona of course, because if I put out Ayaka, well, she just dies to this burst.
Written in the stars, my reckoning.
And now they have 3 dice, so I can't kill Mona here because the Station will come out and just one-shot me. But if I don't kill her, what the heck do I do? It's the thing. And of course I know they have Gilded and Liar's Song of course, because why wouldn't they with like 6 dice and Yayoi already down here. Timayas as well. Actually they can just play Gilded right away. So if I just end my round here, they can just switch to Station, get 1 more die, it's not that hard, and just kill me as well. So ultimately I'm just gone. Of course technically the better play is to just end my round here, but I don't know, I didn't care, I just went for it. Actually before that, just let me see what they have. Okay, yeah, they can get their extra die from I haven't lost yet here. So you can switch and then I haven't lost yet, get 3 dice and just kill Ayaka. Fun fact, I have Friday in this deck. Too bad I didn't get it here, that would have been really clutch. I just equip Minty, Libin, why not?
The stars.
I just attack and I die. GG.
Pardon my.
So honestly, I just had to get the Minty meat rolls. As you can see, I was like 1 attack off, and if I had that 1 extra attack from Minty, could have won maybe. But oh well, it is what it is. Now for our 4th game, we're going up against Kaizen here, a fellow Zen, who's again using the Sengchiu Chongyun Razor deck. Yeah, it's the same exact thing as the previous one. So theoretically,
Target this time.
the result should be the exact same, right? Yeah. Anyway, this time I start on Mona, on Yelan, because I believe I start first. I started first, right? Okay, yeah, that's why I started on Yelan. If I started second, I might have started on Mona first to tank Singchiu's hit, because that's just how the matchup works. Starting first in this matchup is really good because both sides have chunked the 9th, so whoever starts first just gets an extra stack for free. If that makes sense. Anyway, Liu Su is just fodder here. I don't need energy on anyone except Yelan. I get my second bit of energy, I'm gonna switch back to Mona. Or do I even switch to Mona here? Oh no, they only have 2 dice left, so there's no reason for me to switch back to Mona since they can't attack anymore. It's not like they can pull out an extra die when they have like 3 cards only. And using Ball Princess right now would be just dumb. I did use Woven there too, though, to get 3 dice for Libin. Not really for the dice because as you have been seeing me the way I play, I don't actually attack much on round 2. But I do need the extra cards from Libin. So that's why I did that. And anyway, I can use the extra dice on more support cards, which Yelan helps me to draw. Now, they do have Catherine. I was expecting them to burst, but instead they use Catherine and fast swap to freeze Yelan. Because usually, combo decks like mine, they use Yelan's burst on round 2 and then sweep on round 3. But actually I don't do that. I actually burst on round 3 and then sweep on round 3 because Jeht just allows me to do that. Because that's just the most busted thing I've ever seen. And it carries on to round 4. Yeah, okay. Jeht is fair, guys. Anyway, here I'm just getting my stacks for Jeht. Actually put down Jeht. And since I have so many remaining dice, I just used Mona's skill for the fun of it. Like, I don't know, might as well. Although, okay, it's rolling already, never mind. Although there, instead of using the skill, I should have actually used 2 normal attacks, because Edlin would have allowed me to use 2 normal attacks for 5 dice. The reason I didn't use 2 skills is because, well, I didn't have 5 Hydro dice. So yes,
Who's our target this time?
2 normal attacks would have dealt the same amount of damage and given Mona an extra energy. So yes, a slight misplay, but that's not too important, because what's important here is the 2 Jets, Yelan's burst, Ayaka normal attack. Now unfortunately I did have to tune all my cards for this goddamn burst, so I lost my Friday there. A bit sad, but it's fine I guess. I already have all the important bits of the puzzle. Now they use a Sunyata of their own,
Rain outlines your fate.
and they use a skill here. Now Mona comes out and okay, so I could not send out Ayaka there because after she takes out Singchiu, Chongyun on Razor will come in and instantly freeze Ayaka, and then all my dice are just for naught. So obviously I didn't want to do that, and that's why I sent out Mona first, because amazingly she can still one-shot Singchiu through the Rain Swords since she doesn't actually deal 3 damage or more. Now of course they are forced to freeze Mona because, I mean, actually all of Chongyun's attacks freeze Mona. You can't even do anything about it. And if they didn't, I could have used the burst. But now I fast action switch to Ayaka. Actually no, I mean not fast action switch. Why did I say that? But like basically I switched to her safely because now they're out of dice. And now I get my kill.
After all that
And now here, I believe I switch back to Mona, or not. I don't give a shit apparently. Okay. Ah, right, because Ellen discounts the normal attack, so I still have an extra die to switch back to Mona. I was like, why did I stay on Ayaka there? Because I cannot end my round on Ayaka there, since again Razor would just freeze her. And I used to have Friday to like fix that issue of Ayaka getting frozen, but I already tuned it just now, and I only have one Friday. They use Joy. Okay, so hear me out. I was actually really scared that they had Fresh Wind of Freedom there, because they do actually have Fresh Wind of Freedom in their deck. They have both Joyous and Fresh Wind of Freedom. So if they use Fresh Wind of Freedom, they can normal attack, take out Mona, Ayaka comes out, and then they just normal attack again to freeze her. And then they can do one last attack to take out Ayaka, since they do have Gamblers. Only question is, did they actually have Fresh Wind here? No, they did not draw Fresh Wind of Freedom. My condolences. So yeah, they got Joyous instead, and that means they lose. That's just depressing. Fresh Wind is somewhere in those 7 cards. Now of course Lotus won't save you. I don't even have to use Minty to win here, but I might as well. Just 2 normal attacks is enough to take out Razor. And that's GG. Now for the 5th and final game, we're going up against Soba here, who's using New Villette Penalty, Layla, New Villette and Barbara. It's a really stally deck, because they have double Hydro and Layla for shields and freeze. And of course they're going to be equipping stuff like Tenacity, and then some weapons like New Villette's new weapon, Tome of Eternal Flow. And so, I don't know why this deck is actually so popular right now. It's not that popular, but it's more popular than it should be. Because this is a stall deck, and stall decks just get destroyed by combo decks like mine. So how is this popular when everyone is running a combo deck? I don't know, man. I'm guessing that somehow they're able to survive most combo decks combos because of the sheer amount of heals they have. But I guess against Ayaka's 5 damage normal attacks plus freeze, I guess that's just not, it's just not enough. So anyway, as usual, I just spam down all the support cards that exist in this game. And then now round 2, I'm just gonna do the same thing and spam down all the support cards that exist in this game. I know a normal attack, draw 1 card from there, draw 3 cards from here. And what do they do here? Oh yeah, they freeze Yelan, because like everyone in this world, they think that people will use Yelan's burst on round 2. I guess everyone except me does that. Maybe it's time for people to change, you know? It's time to start using Yelan's burst on round 3 with Jeht. Anyway, I swap back to Mona. Now I put out more support cards. I finally get Jeht from Dunyarzad. I use Northern Smoke Chicken there, just to get an extra die, by the way, so that I can put on Jeht. And now I have 4 dice remaining, with the perfect elements for both Libans. And of course the Libans disappearing will give Jeht the 6th stat. And I'm hoping to get my second Jeht here, because I'm about to draw 6 cards. So I swear it better give me my second Jeht. I don't remember if it did, but I'll be mad if it doesn't. I'll be mad for a second time if it doesn't. Oh, my dice are pretty nice here. It doesn't actually matter what dice I get here, as long as I get 3 Hydros for Yelan's burst. Wow, I did not get Jeht. I'm mad again. But it's okay. Like I said earlier, I can just get my second Jeht on round 4, and then use it with Ayaka's burst. And again, I'm using Minty Meat Rose with an LITM right off the bat, so that they can't use Passing of Judgment to stop me. Also, I forgot to use Chef Mao, my second Chef Mao with the Minty Meat Rose there. A bit of a slight misplay, but it's fine really. It's not that bad. And now I start freezing. I forgot to equip flowing rings, by the way. That would have been pretty good. Oh well. Oh, I forgot again. Wow. And here I finally get my second Jeht, along with Covenant. And now they switch to New Villette with Tenacity. I just attack again. I'm just hoping that they stay on New Villette, because I want to kill New Villette. But of course they healed him up, so now he's a 2-hit KO. Aha, but I can get 2 hits here. So I finally remember to use Flowing Rings, and guess what it gives me? A Hydro die. So yeah, that's New Villette gone, because now I equip Gamblers to get 0 dice, and use Covenant plus Woven, in that order. And now I just take out New Villette. I switch back to Mona, of course, like as usual, to tank the summons and whatever they do next round. And I just end my round with Chef Mao. I could have used Chinju Forest as well, but there's no point because I just use it for 1 round. I would just be putting it down for... I would be spending like 1 Omni for 1 Hydro. I don't think that actually matters. So I might as well put on Chef Mao and save Chinju Forest for dice tuning. They just normal attack here, sadly. And there goes their Night Star as well, so they can't freeze me with Barbara. Now here comes the second Jeht, and I use Ayaka's Burst to freeze Layla. Now of course I'm gonna eat Minty. Now use 3 normal attacks and that should be it. They could still heal like a ton, but I'm assuming they can't heal enough for another 2 normal attacks plus Gamblers. Okay, if they're Hydro Resonance here, I think they do survive this round. Yeah, if they have Hydro Resonance then they actually survive 1 more round, but it doesn't really matter. It would just be like a 2 HP Layla. And that's GG.